Yo, this is Mr. Faye, and you're listening to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. You can also listen to it on IllMuzik Radio, if that's where you are. That's where you're listening to. You listen to Waveforms, Carolina Cuts, or Attack of the Beats, whatever. Even Love Notes, that stuff's on there. That's what you're into. But this is Attack of the Beats, where you send in your beats, I check them out, and I give you some tips. Because I'm awesome. This is what I do. But no, this is just something I do here. So, all right. So we got what do we got here this week? We got 5 beats this week. So we'll kick it off first with Absinthe with bass. Let's check it out. And I'm back. All right, so we just heard from Absinthe with bass. All right, so my advice on this one would be to get some better sounds, because I really like the beat. I like the way you arranged everything. It was really well done. It's the sounds. I mean, I mentioned that to many people in the past, where the beat's really good. It's just the sounds. The sounds need to be better. So like the main instrument, which is the horns. To me, they sound cheesy. The way you play the horns, I mean, that's fine. You got a nice pattern going and stuff. That's good. I would just change like the sound, just what it is. So because when you get to around the 130 mark, you get that little breakdown where the horns are not in there. It's just the bass and the drums and those fast keys, and those are really good too. They're the fast keys. That I wouldn't change. But just that part right there, I was like, you know what? This could be just the beat, just this, and then you throw in some things here and there, take out the drums here and there, or whatever. Just a simple beat like that. And because that was really good, I was like, this should have been the 2-minute thing right here, the 2-minute beat. But the horns, like I said, I wouldn't even use them. I mean, at first I was thinking, what could he use to replace the horns? But then I was like, you know what? You need them. I mean, really. I mean, just use that part you had at the end and maybe throw some kind of, like a Rhodes on top or something. I mean, I know that would change the feel of that beat, but still, try something like that, or even piano or whatever, But basically, it just comes down to the sounds. That's it. I mean, just get some better sounds with that, like especially those horns, man. Just try maybe a horn sample the horns from some jazz song, let's say, and just use that and see how that sounds compared to the sounds of a horn from a synth. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, I like the whole thing, except that little part where you sped it up. I thought there was something wrong with my player here. I was like, what the hell? What now? I was like, I gotta fix something else now. It's like, damn it. Every day, fucking computers. Anyway. All right, so that's it. We'll get on to the next beat here. Good job, by the way. Good job. Next beat is Crocodilus. Or Crocodilus? Crocodilus. I mean, that's her name. Crocodilus. Would Need a Break. Let's check it out. All right. So that was Crocodilus Would Need a Break. Okay, so you start off nice with this guitar sample, pan to the right. That was nice and kind of sounded out of tune a bit. Well, not out of tune, but I should say warped a bit, which was kind of cool. I like it. And but then when the rest comes in with the the drums and the bass and stuff, that's when there's a bit of an issue, because the drums. First of all, I would have put the drums a little louder. The kick was good; it went good with the bass and all that stuff. Just put it a little louder, like especially the snare, just a little louder, because I'm listening to it and I'm like, I didn't even notice in a way that the drums came in, But the bass, that's the main thing, is the bass. It sounds out of key, I mean, it's good, the bass. It's just that to go with that guitar sample, it just doesn't match to me. I mean. I know how hard that is sometimes when you find this dope sample. You're like, I'm going to use this fucking thing. It's dope. But then you try to make a bass line and it's like, you're trying to figure it out. So it's hard, you're trying to get in the right key. But there's that program. What's it called? Is it Melodyne or something? A program like that. You don't want to use, I'm not saying use auto-tune. I'm just saying like there's a program, Melodyne or something like that. And it does that. Like it'll help you tune it. There's another program, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, there's a program out there, some plugins, whatever. It help you get it into tune or whatever. Or you could just do it by ear, whatever. But it's very hard with the bass. You got to really try to get the right key, whatever, to go with the guitar. But even at the end, when you had those, like the little vocal snippet come in at one point, that too, like get that into key or whatever. Because other than that, it would have been nice. Like it would have sounded like a really, really good beat if that was in tune with the guitar, because then you could do so much more with that. You could have really just done a lot more. But I like the guitar. I like the sample that you used. I like the way you used it and all that stuff. It's a good beat. Like I said, it's just the thing is a little off with the keys. That's it. All right, so who we got next? Ooh, Il DeVille again. Sending in his beat again. Il DeVille with Jumble Fuck. Let's check it out. All right, I'm back. So that was Ill DeVille with Jumblefuck. Okay, so what jumps out at me right away is the mix. I mean, I can't complain too much about it. I mean, it sounds really dope. The first thing is the drums. I mean, you got the drums dead center. They're hitting hard, but not too hard. Like, they're nicely compressed. You got your mix, like a nice stereo mix. You got stuff panned left and right. It sounds really good. Some of, like, when you had that those keys on the right or whatever, that I would have maybe not panned it totally right. Maybe like 45 degrees type of thing or whatever. Well, it's just a personal preference, but other than that, I really like the beat. I mean, the whole thing was just banging. I mean, because of the way you mixed it, it just made the beat exciting. Because I wrote an article about that recently, somewhere, where it was like, about using the space, your audio space, properly. Like a painter with a canvas. You want to put everything in the right place and stuff, and don't pan things randomly or whatever. You want to make sure you got a nice solid mix and stuff. So, but I like this one a lot. It's a dope beat. The way you had your change ups and all that stuff. But the main thing is the mix. It just sounded really, really good, and it just made the beat exciting. So right away, it's a head nodder and all that stuff. So thumbs up, dope beat, man. Feeling it a lot, this one. So, all right. So next up, we've got Rajo with Kumul Beatdown, the rough mix. Let's check it out. All right. So that was who was that? That was Rajo with Kumo Beatdown with the rough mix. Okay, so wow, that was really dope, man. I'm really feeling that one a lot. At the beginning, this with just the synth coming in, right away I'm thinking about, is this going to be cheesy or something? But no, it was good. I mean, it's hard to get a nice synth sound. And especially when you have it on its own, you better make sure it's a good synth sound. Make sure it sounds nice. And this one was good. And then as soon as everything just drops in, I mean, it was just banging. I mean, I love the whole mix. The whole thing just sounded so professional. That's what I really liked about it. And your drums were nice. Your bass was just sitting there nicely. And the way you broke it down, half, like 3/4 in or whatever, then you brought it all back in together with the synth and then the strings and all that stuff, so especially when you had that part where it was just, you had that synth part just, like with its own melody there, like towards like halfway through or whatever, And that was nice because that just held its own, and but it fits so well in the mix. And then towards the end, like I said, everything just comes together, and that's what I really liked, was that, besides the fact that the mix was really good, was that you just brought everything together. I love it when I hear shit like that, because it shows that the person, is not just throwing a 2-minute loop together. They're just saying like, here, here's my intro, here's my middle, and here's my outro. So really dope mix. I love this beat. It's some good stuff, man. Feeling it. All right, so let's get on to the last beat. We got Seneca with Pop It. Let's check it out. All right, I'm back. Okay, so that was the last beat of this show. That was Seneca with Pop It. All right, now with this one, it's interesting because you got the finger snap going on with the bass and the keys, and I'm listening to it and I'm waiting for the drums to drop in, but they don't drop in. It's only about maybe a quarter way in where you bring in some drums and all that, and then some synths, and I'm thinking to myself, like, actually, I would have just kept the whole beat with just the finger snap, the bass, and the keys. That's what sounded so dope. I mean, I really liked that. It sounded good. You had the keys on the left and the right, and the bass was nice and subtle, and the finger snap, I mean, I was thinking I could picture some MC over this where he's either just talking or he's doing like some kind of rap, whatever, just like a storytelling thing, whatever. And then that's it, really. I mean, just keep it like that, and maybe bring in some synths later on or something. But really, I would have just kept that as the core part because the keys sounded really dope. I liked them a lot. That's what carried the track, obviously, and maybe keep the 808 kick. That sounded really nice. But as far as like the drums, the synth parts, I wouldn't have even used those. I wasn't crazy about the synth parts. I didn't like them. But really, I would have just kept it simple with the way you had it at the beginning. That sounded really, really dope. So maybe try just doing that part because if you're aiming this at a rapper or something, if this is the type of beat you want for some rapper, but I would have kept just that. I mean, I'm sure they'd love it. I loved it, so yeah, good job, man. I really, really feel that one. It's a good one, and especially those keys, man, really, really dope. All right, so that's it for me for this week. I'm Mr. Fade. This is Attack the Beats. Don't forget to send in your beats for the next show. And this week it was close, very close. There's two songs, two beats I really was feeling a lot. But to me, one mix was a little better than the other. The winner this week, drum roll please, is Rajo with Criminal Beatdown, Rough Mix. Let's check it out.
Rajo.